Okay, so phase 2, we are doing the written end of unit exemplar, and then we're going to break it down. I'm going to walk us through this piece. So here's my CFS. Written exemplar demonstrates knowledge skills needed for student mastery on the unit culminating writing task. Writing assessment breakdown analyzes the key knowledge skills and processes for student mastery. We're only going to focus on this one for this video, okay? Directions: complete the guided essay for the unit, break it down below, include prompt and exemplar here. So I'm going to use 7th grade as an example. Again, I'm in my unit overview. I'm going to go down. I'm going to look and I'm going to see, okay, why did Virginia become a profitable tobacco colony? That's my mid-unit. I'm not going to worry about that. IA1, to what extent was colonial America a land of opportunity? It looks like they have a typo. I'm going to go ahead, copy that, paste it in here. To find the actual guiding docs and whatnot, I need to look at lesson 23 and lesson 24. So I'm going to go back into grade 7. I'm going to look at unit 1, filter it. I'm going to go down. And I'm going to look at lesson 23. Cool. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. So to what extent was colonial America a land of opportunity? And then I look at this note. This lesson is intended as an opportunity for scholars to practice all the skills needed to successfully complete a DBQ minus the writing. Because the goal of this lesson is to enforce the skills, discussion's limited, okay? So what I'm actually gonna do right now, oh, and then it says, excuse me, if time allows and your AIM scholars could complete a written response during the following day's class or as a homework. So something to think about, not a must, but something to think about. I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna work through and I'm gonna think about where, what do I need to do in order to be successful on this? So it looks like the assertion there, the exit ticket, group the documents into 2 clear defensible assertions that indicate whether or not the colonies were a land of opportunity. Jot down the docs you'll use to support. So the kiddos need to create 2 different assertions and then which documents help them out. What's nice is everything's in here, okay? All the documents, all the assertions, etc. So what I think is probably going to be best is working through the independent practice and the exit ticket to understand. I'm going to back out because let's look at lesson 23 too. And it seems like to me, and this is just my hunch, is that they don't have the kids do writing because they're just trying to get them to understand the process of the DBQ. And then later, we're going to write more essays. Okay. Again, same note here, same prompt. To what extent? So this is over 2 days kids are working on this. Day 2 is discussion. Day 3, which is optional, is the writing day. So you have a similar, it looks like the exit ticket is the same. So you're going to work through and think about how are kids going to be successful on this. If you do want them to have a writing time, I would go ahead and make sure they are writing too. Okay. Again, the big primary goal, if we're looking at synthetic writing and feedback, is that they're analyzing the documents to develop 2 assertions that identify distinct factors. You might have to go back and look at previous lessons in order to be successful in this. That's okay. This is really, really important. So take the bulk of today to do this piece. Work it out and work it together. And I know it can be it's going to be kind of a struggle, but that's going to help you ID what misconceptions are for kids and how you can organize this. Okay. Last but not least, I told you I would show you where you can find the RST rubric. So if you go in to the humanities folder, so click here, boom, I'm there. In the playbook, you're going to go through and you're going to hit this playbook.